This man that you are seeing here is Mr. Jason Rode, a very successful businessman who came to South Africa at the age of 3 when he was a man of age, met the love of his life, Susan Francis, who later on became Mrs. Rode. So the two had been married for 23 good years and they were blessed with 3 daughters. The first one was aged 21 years and the twins were aged 18 years. On the fateful day, Susan, the wife, found out that Mr. Jason was having a mistress, Jolene, and Jolene was their employee in Cape Town. So she asked the husband why he was doing that, and the husband did not show any sign of remorse. He just showed that he was in love with the mistress. And what happened on the fateful day? The husband strangled, assaulted the wife, even with fists to such an extent that she had a broken ribcage. And what made things worse is that the husband staged the crime scene and made it look like it was a suicide that had taken place. So, in court, this is what caught my attention. And this is what I want us to discuss, the legal aspects of this case. Do you know that now the court, in terms empowered by the provisions of Section 51, Subsection 2, Subsection A of the Criminal Law Amendment Act 105 of 1997, it can deviate from the minimum sentence of 15 years to make it lesser or to make it harsher. So in this case, the court made it harsher. Instead of giving Mr. Rode 15 years for murder, it actually gave Mr. Rode 18 years for murder and cited that, yes, if there are compelling and substantial reasons for the deviation, it can do so. And Mr. Rode was not even remorseful for the murder of his wife. So the court found that to be aggravating. And not only that, on count 2, that he had the guts to disrespect the dignity of his wife and stage the crime scene as if the wife had committed suicide. So he was sentenced to a further 5 years, and the 2 sentences would run concurrently in terms of Section 280. But what caught my attention was what was argued by the counsel of Mr. Jason in court. The counsel of Mr. Jason said, if you give such a man a harsh sentence, he is not accustomed to a low life because he is a rich man and he has a strong financial muscle. So he should not be subjected to a long life in prison through a harsher sentence. So that should be mitigated under the circumstances. And the court said, no, that can never be mitigated. In the case of Helwit, who was a tennis player who represented his country at the international stage, that was not considered to be a mitigating factor. And today in this court, we are not going to consider it. So if you want to know what happened in the appeal, because this man did not take it lying down, that he was going to prison for an effective 20 years. So he decided to appeal to the Supreme Court of Appeal. If you want to know what happened in the Supreme Court of Appeal, please like, follow, and subscribe. Don't forget to share.